Morning students, today we are going to start new chapter of science, chapter number 8, and the name of the chapter is cell structure and functions. So in this chapter the topic which we are going to cover are number 1 is cells, second one is discoveries of cells, third cells shape and size, after that cells number, then basic structure of cells and difference between plant and animal cells. All these topic which we were covered under this chapter. So let us start with the introduction of the chapter. Let us compare tree with a potted plant. One side there is a tree and other side is a part of tree called potted plant. So first point is green leaves make food. Both of them have green leaves which is helpful in making food. Second one, roots help in absorption of water. Both of them have roots which is helpful in absorption of water in them. Third, flowers allow them to reproduce and they have flowers which is helpful in reproduction of new plant. Fourth is stem has leaves, flowers and fruits, and both of them have a stem ਤਣਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ which has leaves, flowers and fruits. So tree or plant have same kind of function and it is made up of same kind of unit and perform same function. So let us compare man with an animal. ਕਿਹਨੂੰ compare ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਆਪਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ? Man with animal. One side there is man and other side a picture of animal called lion. First, they cannot do photosynthesis. Both of them cannot do photosynthesis कि वो अपना ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੋਜਨ ਆ prepare खुद नहीं करते. They cannot prepare their food. Second one is they give birth to young ones. ਤੇ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ birth ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ? Both of them young ones ਨੂੰ. Third, they have 4 limbs. Limbs means legs. Lion have 4 legs. On the other hand, man have 2 shoulders and 2 legs which perform various function. Fourth point is they have proper organ system. Organ system means they both of them have a circulatory system, respiratory system. So whether they are is man or animal, they are made up of same kind of unit and perform same function. So all plants and animals. So after study we conclude that ki all plants and animal, whether they are big or small, are made up of small units. किनू मिलके बने आ? Small units ਨੂੰ, and that small units is known as cells. So this is the definition of cells, that cells are made up of small units. Then cells are the basic building blocks of a living thing. Cells ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ? Building blocks, ਜਿੱਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ new ਬਣਦੀ ਆ of all living things. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ? in living things ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. It is structural and functional unit of living organism. ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ? Structural as well as functional unit of living organism. So cells are building block and called structural and functional unit. So after that, in this picture we saw one side there is a wall and other side is a picture showing human cells. So both of them called as building blocks of life. So cell is mostly called building blocks of life. So just like bricks, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹੈ bricks, ਇੱਟਾਂ which make up a brick house which is helpful in making brick house. Similarly cell make up a living things. ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ cells ਆ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ? living things. So the body is made from a cell. Then who discovered cell? ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ cell ਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਖੋਜ ਕਿਹਨੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ? The cell is discovered by a scientist known as Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke discovered cell in thin slice of cork. Thin patli slice piece of cork. Cork is a bark of tree. ਰੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਤਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ in 1665 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੋਬਰਟ ਹੂਕ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਦੀ ਡਿਸਕਵਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ? ਸੈੱਲ ਦੀ ਅੰਡਰ ancient microscope. This is the picture of ancient microscope which is used in earlier time, and after his discovery he known as scientist who discovered cell, and he discovered Robert Hooke compartments. So he take bark of a tree. So in this picture we saw a tree having bark. Then Robert Hooke take bark of tree. After that he took thin slices and kept under it ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਕੋਪ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਲਾਈਸਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਰੱਖਤਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੰਡਰ ਦੀ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਸਕੋਪ. ਸੋ ਲੈਟ ਅਸ clarify what is microscope. So microscope, it is a scientific instrument which makes small object look larger. Microscope ਕੀ ਆ, ਇੱਕ scientific instrument ਆ which makes small object larger, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ small object ਆ that is seem to be larger one. And Robert Hooke discovered cell when he took the piece of bark tree under the microscope, and this cork cell is seen under the microscope, and Robert Hooke called it as cell. So that in that way Robert Hooke discovered cell. So from above conclusion we result that कि this is the Robert Hooke compartments. ਜਿਹੜੇ cork cell ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਆ, Robert Hooke compartment which is seen under microscope, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਵੇਖੀਆਂ, under microscope, and later he called these compartment as cell, ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ, as cell.